Hi, everyone, and welcome. My name is Tracy Hanson, and I am with CSAE. And today we are speaking with Dr. David Weiss, a leading expert in governance and strategy. Now, many of you may know that David is the founder of Weiss International, where he helps organizations and boards navigate complex governance challenges. With extensive experience in coaching, training, and facilitating sessions with executives and boards, David specializes in building strategy-driven leadership teams that drive innovation and growth. We're excited to hear his insights and how it applies to your association at the upcoming Governance Forum on April 2nd. David, thank you so much for joining me for a few minutes today. We really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure, Tracy. Nice to be chatting with you.
So to start, what challenges, in your opinion, do associations often face when it comes to governance? You're the expert, so we all face various challenges, but what are specific governance challenges, and how does the Governance Forum help to address those issues?
One thing that I found is that a significant challenge for many boards is board engagement. People come on boards for really good reasons. Many of them are volunteers, some are appointed, but they're on the board for the purpose of contributing. And then they come to board meetings, and essentially there are many reports from various committees. So the question becomes, how can we transform the board engagement, the board experience, so that people feel that they're able to give their best to the association? And so what we found is that if we focus a lot more on engaging the board to be a think tank at the outset of strategy, to be able to think about what might be the various risks that are happening, and to use their reconnaissance, their ability to broadly represent the community that they're in, and bring those ideas to that conversation, it actually becomes a highly engaging experience for boards. So what we're going to be doing in the Governance Forum is focusing on those areas where the board members can be so highly engaged, and see how we can activate that for each of the associations.
That's fantastic. That whole idea of the think tank. I mean, when we think about our boards, when we think about the talent that's around the table, what a great idea to harness it and make sure that you're focusing on vision and strategy. If the board sets the direction, then management has a great opportunity to work with them if we think in terms of leveraging those talents and that think tank idea.
Really, and what we've seen is when it works really well and management and the board are collaborating effectively, the board has a various perspective. They're out there in the community coming in from time to time, and they are seeing things that often people who are living in the space all the time as management may not see. So how can we benefit from both of those perspectives? And that's a lot about what we'll be talking about at the Governance Forum.
That's fantastic. I know that there are several things that you're going to talk about. What are some of the key insights that participants are going to walk away with this year?
Well, we're going to be focusing a great deal on the board and management's role in strategy, what the board and management need to be doing with reference to risk, and even potentially unfulfilled risk. What are the innovative spaces that need to be thought about? And then ultimately an important issue, which is how do you track and measure the outcomes so that you know when to course correct if in fact things aren't going as planned. So we're going to be spending time on those topics. And what we'll do is use the opportunity to bring the association together to breakout rooms after each one of those discussions to see how they can apply it to their own association. And that becomes extremely powerful. It's a very, very effective method for the board and senior management, if both are in the room, to have the conversation about how to apply their ideas in their own environment.
It really is a great opportunity to create that intersection of management and board and bring them together and develop the relationship that then moves the organization forward.
I totally agree. And I really encourage not only board members to come to this, but actually to bring one or two of your senior management so everyone hears the same message, and then you can talk about how it really applies to your association.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Finally, just as we wrap it all up, there is so much packed into this event, into the Governance Forum workshop. What makes the Governance Forum a must attend for association leaders?
It's a terrific foundation setting event. So if you have not been on it, we have had people who've sent new members to the governance forum. But if you haven't come to it at all, it's a fantastic way to give a macro orientation to what you need to do as a board and set some principles in place that will be really effective. It also helps you really delineate the different roles of the board and senior management and where in fact they could be an asset to each other and not get in each other's way, which could sometimes occur. But it's interesting, Tracy, there are some boards that have come on this and then they come back the next time and they come back the next time. And what they're doing is, because of this being so affordable, what they're doing is they are encouraging new members that may not have gone through this program because they went through it collectively at one point, but now they have new members. They're using it as part of their orientation process so that the new members and even new senior management can come to the governance forum and hear the same messages, and it becomes a rapid way to get everybody to talk about governance in a similar kind of manner. It's a very exciting opportunity. I'm thrilled to be part of this again, and hopefully we'll see all of you on April 2nd at the Governance Forum that will be facilitating on your behalf.
Well, thank you, David. I couldn't have plugged that better myself. I will say one of the interesting things that you just mentioned is that people come back time and time again. And as an association leader myself, I'm the constant. Management is the constant. The boards change, the volunteers change. Mm-hmm. So coming back, you always learn something new. And then when you have first-time board members, it's a really great way to set that foundational piece for your organization. We're
Absolutely.
really looking forward to it. I am so excited, and thank you so much for sharing your insights today. It's really beneficial to all of you who are watching and taking a look at this. Don't miss out on this fantastic event for your organization and for yourselves. Be sure to register for the Governance Forum on April 2nd. Gain the knowledge and the tools, hear directly and learn directly from David. It'll help you take your organization to the next level. I hope to see you there.
Bye-bye.